Да, скажите. Какой? М. Да. Ой, а чё у меня такие просадки? Шо за... О, здрасте. И как мне тебе ответить? Неведомый мой мужик. Неведомый был мужик. Племянник, блин. Так, капслок. Так, нормально.
Everything's in. Place, and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now just.
Добрый вечер. Добрейший вечерочек. Чё у нас тут? А ну где исследовать? Так, ладно. О, где-то она пригодилась. Ну, зеленая бабочка. Твою мать. Так, куда мы идем? Туда идем, да? Сережа, можно тебя попросить принести в диск? Тфу, влажную салфетку. Будьте так любезны. А где они? Дендрочастицы где? Одна, две. 5, 6. Быстрее.
Yes. Very nice.
Так, туда. Привет, где-то я там по дороге видела сундук. Это что за херня? Ну, она давайся. Залазь на... Ты, блин, коротконогая женщина. Не держись. Так, где-то тут еще один был. Собрали. Штук вижу. Привет. Так, это что за грибы? Там еще какие-то ко мне прицепились. И около меня. Дяди. До свидания и прощай. Грибочки. А пропали поле это... Ой, фу, пропали поле. Перекати поле, оно... Надеюсь, не будет драться со мной. Перекати поле, блин.
Oh,
Very
so
nice.
you collect these?
Идем дальше. Ну, куда-то не в ту сторону пошла. Так, записную книжку мне, пожалуйста. Пожалуйста. Прошу. Ой, ё твою мать. Ну, что делать? Так, книжкой записной поделиться не хотите? Так, я, конечно, все понял. Да свались уже. Привет всем. Так. Ой, случайно жмякнула. Где сестрица? Вон там. Я вообще запуталась уже во всех этих заданиях, короче. Идешь делать одну, там 385 по дороге сделаешь. Так, у меня там по рассадке в интернете, так что... Если что-то не так, можете сказать. Здесь все хорошо. Там, по-моему, 1% прогрузить не успевает. Пятью. Я иду к вам. Доставку Иван заказывали? Иван.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Привет.
I know what you mean. I had the same. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really? It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Samiel is Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, we're cheap labor, like livestock, but even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other... That's terrible! I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea?
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to
Yep, we got it!
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people. so be careful what you. Our mission started the moment we arrived.
Большое спасибо.
Go check out the tavern.
Спасибо тебе огромное. Так, кого-то мне тут... Ага, все, увидела.
Just our luck. None of our.
You mean you don't see?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're here for a drink?
Zaki. Fine.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello.
Anyway,
Absolute.
yeah. Have you seen?
Of course I have.
I've got a spot.
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep.
Yes, how considerate.
Так, почему хранитель не находится в городе, блин, а за ним? И там за стеной, блин. Пам-пам-пам-пам, пам-пам-пам-пам-пам.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is.
This place is practically
Yep.
deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
О, господи, боже мой.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar,
So, you've been watching us?
Uh-oh.
Привет.
So you and Delavar.
Dia, but you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in
Добрый вечер.
Sumeria.
If that's the case,
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
long time no
Быстрее, можно уже подраться.
Yeah,
See? There
you're not wrong.
Enough talking. Get him.
Иу, как страшно.
Just as I expected.
А, я сейчас
Let's
с
teach
этой
him a
женщиной
lesson,
буду
traveler.
драться. Интересно, или не буду.
Following orders.
Только не в моем вкусе.
Real advice.
Мужчины.
Cascade.
Impossible. Yeah, how could?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an
Пойду
incompetent
пофигналю.
merc with no real fighting skills, correct?
Тю-тю.
I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a
Привет,
couple
Марфа.
suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle...
Wait, so...
No, he...
Wow.
Ah, you're too...
So... About how mercenary...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King.
Здрасте всем.
But I see
Доброго
through it
вечера.
all.
Dia...
Anyway,
Ну, у меня, по крайней мере, вечер. Птиу, пустите меня, запустите меня куда-нибудь.
this should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here. All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these idiots...
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. I'm sure I've forgotten something.
Так, все, так, дождитесь
worry,
утра.
I'll simply send
Ждем.
someone to
Я такая нетерпеливая, так что ни хера подобного. Вот так. 6:04, ничего страшного. Чего страшного? Так, что там? Доброе утро, страна. Так. У меня тут какая-то беда с интернетом, поэтому если что сильно тормозит, говорите. Надеюсь, все хорошо. Тыньк, назад верни меня. Так, чё?
As I remember,
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Спасибо большое.
You seem to know Candace...
We've known each other for some time.
Та-та-та-та-та.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we...
Well, Paimon...
Really?
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some
Oh!
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Пау-пау-пау! Будет драка! Да!
Candace, where? Whoa! You look furious!
Do I?
Господи,
Oh,
что она
there's
тут
no-
делала
Perhaps
столько?
I need to. Still,
Yes. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
you fear death yourselves. Yet the ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here.
You've made your bet.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care. A war would only.
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
Some mystery.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not sure.
That's
Ой,
one.
болталки, болталки.
Huh?
Привет.
One what?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling you the
Пожалуйста.
truth. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if.
That was indeed the truth.
Взгляд Сайна.
Traveler, go on.
Такие.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Ну а почему мне не сказали? Мне тоже интересно.
Smooth.
Okay.
If my suspicions are correct,
Hmm.
some time ago, people from the academia. It strikes me now that
Which means it's.
Что же за
They were-
таинственный
Not the
мальчик у нас
academia
там?
again.
Привет.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go. Let's leave.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. What?
Малявка это вечная. Пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам. Нажмите, чтобы подключиться.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll. Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself. Hey, what's with
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad. Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname. There's just nothing super obvious to.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru
кстати.
Village and keep searching for the truth of this
У
matter,
меня все
yes?
чисто.
Yep,
Возможно, что-то
we're
включено.
not gonna find out anything. Enough with the silent.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
All Hatham.
Привет.
You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all.
While you were investigating. To be honest, we aren't. Not to mention that go.
Right.
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to.
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village
Монстрали при
feel about
начале
what
игры,
we're doing?
по-моему,
In other
меньше
words,
болтали, чем
do
сейчас
you
при
truly
этой новой
believe every
локации.
single word?
You mean some of them?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily. Remember what Candace said. Most people, by contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following along. Among those you have, the reason being,
Пам-пам-пам-пам.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and...
Right. You were asking about the
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village.
Привет.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement.
But honestly, I feel quite
Привет,
sympathetic
всем
towards
привет.
them. Even though
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night.
Why?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so,
We're on it.
Не оставь это нам. Где мне тебя искать? Нормально. Недалеко. Доброго времени вам всем.
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but
Huh? What do you mean?
go ahead and talk to her. You'll go on.
Is it really that simple?
may I call you hi, Traveler. I want to. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why is that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why before, I wouldn't even. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, but even so, we've met lots of people. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons.
The fact is that I'm... Only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise trick.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life, and then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll...
All right. I'll tell you, I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes... Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries...
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned.
Yeah, let's go.
Ну, пошлите искать призраков, блин. Поник, туда. Бабочка. Тут нужны эти на ананасах фрукты. Тьфу, господи, на кактусах фрукты. Привет, спасибо большое. Огромное спасибо. Потё, сколько тут всяких штук-то. Ладно, давайте подеремся. Подеремся с вами. Чутка. Еще болтали, болтали. Что-нибудь пособираем. Капуста, пшеница, капустка.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape.
Прости, дядя, я так в больницу заглянуть пришла.
Empty and
Вот
forgotten.
так получилось, да?
An ideal place to hide people.
Ю-ху! Так, дальше поехали.
Monsters, watch out!
Монстры, берегитесь! Монстры, берегитесь меня. Да, переключись ты на этого дурака. Так, теперь сюда надо залезть. Там сдох. Ох ты, ёх ты, бог ты. Ой, 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 прости, чувак, прости, чувак. Я думала, ты маленький. Маленький несчастный, а ты большой какой-то здесь. Я тебя все равно побежду. Хочешь ты того, не хочешь, я тебя побежду. Замерзни, пакость. Большая. Помойся. Привет. А ну хватит со мной драться.
They were easier to deal with, super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the... He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Юх. Почпоньк. Я горю, я горю. Ю. Что там мне? 2,5. Вроде уменьшается. Надеюсь. Ну, уйдет. Привет.
Hey,
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then,
Как обычно.
I'm taking a break.
and just like that, what are you reading?
Надоела эта фигня с пропуском
Okay,
кадров.
sure.
Huh? Banana.
So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Ой.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? Hey, what gives? Shut. Oh, thank you.
Привет. Спи уже, долгожданная ночь.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is.
Как в этой. Привет.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off
Доброго
about the
времени
interior
суток
here.
всем. Кто же там сидит? Так. Не, ребенок так делает. Так.
As I thought. There.
Whoa. It's like they tuck. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Сейчас начнется ночь на день на ночь, блин. Так.
Life goes on.
Элементальные что? Поняла, все увидела. Было бы кем мне его надо убить, блин. Сахарок, простите. Извините. Извините, простите. Тюх. Один. Так, там драться придется, скорее всего, да? Я готова. Покажите с кем. До свидания, грибочек. Привет. Да умри ты уже, бессмертный гриб. Сейчас накроет от себя мухомор, блин. И чё вы тут насобирались? Горите. Где они? Эх ты какой.
Kamisато Ari. Suiyu.
опять с кем-то драться. Я готов. Выходите. Птички, водички. Можно? Нет, и страшно. Редиска. Они тут редиской богаты, блин. Своим. Ключик нужен. Ю. Да-да-да. Привет. Добрый вечер всем. Так, а зачем ты туда залез? Да. Ты бестолочь.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are up. Also, why is he?
Didn't expect to see him.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he?
No. And Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being... looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a...
Loaded with people?
Добрый вечер.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Привет.
Oh,
Всем.
now that you mention it, they're acting.
Correct. The Academia... It isn't difficult to deduce their ration. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet... These rumors are all the
Огромное
persuasion
спасибо.
that radicals need, and those ways are as well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends. This scheme has one further advantage. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of some... Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King, and look for... The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but there's still one.
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living... If you can't find some...
Resource?
One possibility is that the
Extracted?
with the technology of the... Perhaps the process...
So, the human brain.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he...
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me...
Спасибо большое.
That's right. To some however, the academia is I've spent quite some time trying to
You mean you're not?
all scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, extracting information from
Sounds like you're really a.
of course. The whether it be academics or this matter needs to
Wait.
not to be callous, but no, there is no shortage of suffering and
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
you can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in.
though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return.
Что там? Это, господи. Я нашел ключик. Ключик. Вот тут тоже что-то есть, надо посмотреть. Йоу! Где-то что-то тут надо было открыть. А, вот. Так, это не то. Жратва. Добрый вечер. Значит, наверху, да? Да, наверху. Ой. Всем привет. Так, прочитали. Господи, так. Бога ведет меня, причина поведения, поведение, показания. Привет. Воспитание человека носит людей, блин, эксперимент собирали. Что там надо запомнить? Голос Бога. Бог. Ведет меня раз повернуть на стадион. Тю. Ой. Большое спасибо. Ой, какое огромное спасибо. Что там чувака оставили? Что он тут? Зачем ты занимаешь что? Ну, извини, мы тебя забыли вовремя убить. Что-то не рыпался там, поэтому как-то обошли тебя стороной. А мы фиганем вас тоже сразу. А ну отстань от меня. А я-то, блин. А ну, залази по-человечьи.
Be still.
Так. Так, чувак, хватит полы ломать, пожалуйста. Залезь по-человечьи и забери сундук.
Oh, so you collect these?
Чпоинк, поинк. Зеленая бабочка, иди сюда. Сейчас заберу уже в какой-то веке. Не вижу фрукты. Не туда, но я сейчас фрукты тут заберу, потом туда. Зачем они мне нужны, не знаю. Но я их увидела, теперь я их везде сыплю. Тьфу, господи, опять не на ту букву нажала. Да скоро буду все менять, блин, на другую букву. Эй, что вы тут это? Фруктики есть у вас? Все. Я могу спокойно валить отсюда. А, там еще кактусы вон растут, может там что есть. Есть что на кактусах? Не видно. Так, тут где-то этот. Ладно. Не, блин, еще и наверху. Ладно, тут бабочка. Ой, фрукты. Привет всем. Так, господи, почему я не на то жмякаю? Так, не надо это дело собирать. Потому что мне нужны синие крутилки. Да. Так, теперь погнали туда, куда нам надо. Тут отойдем. Привет всем. Так, конечно, молодец. Ладно, пошли с тобой. Привет всем. Доброго вечера.
Yes. Very nice.
Ай, стой, скользишь тут, блин. Так. Так. Сюда куда-то. Сюда куда-то. Куда-то сюда. Пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам.
We're back!
Ага.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, At one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy
Доброго
ally
вечера
you
всем.
are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess.
Whoa, you bounced back.
There is always an opportunity for
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the
Добрый
Academia is
вечер
trying to
всем.
avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait!
I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Ah.
Добрый вечер. Так. Погнали. Туда надо. Туда. Доберемся. Быстренько. Пуньк.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
Это... Что же там?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find...
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Ugh, of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates
Привет
things.
всем.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen?
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if
Добрый
they will
вечер.
expose you to the academia? Even if they end up
Yes, we've waited a long time for this day to come.
Кто какой?
The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond
Огромное спасибо.
Samia.
Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors.
It's impossible to perhaps we
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
You were the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Добрый вечер.
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
Какой-то с этим интернетом.
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Bum 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 bum.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
And I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this, even if we got rid of...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just...
Huh? Are you
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's
Добрый
using his
вечер.
praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's...
Кто-нибудь расскажите, как у вас дела хоть. Все молчат, сидят, блин. Так. Так, что там время? Опять, блин, 6 утра. Я во столько не встаю, чтобы столько... Блин, не туда.
I'm sure.
6. Доброе утро.
Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember
Да,
what it
беритесь у
was.
входа в деревню. Так, давайте по фонарям ползать.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here.
I'll watch from
Спасибо большое.
Okay.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you.
Огромное спасибо. Спасибо, спасибо. Так. Путалась. Ох, как далеко. Пиу. Так, где-то что-то мне тут было, где-то вот. Привет. Доброго. Так, можно вас как-то обойти? Кристальные нити. Пацаны, я-то бегает. Там-ту-тум. Трум-пурум-пум-пум-пум. У вас есть? У вас есть что-то интересное? Мне нужны эти цветочки, поэтому простите, чувачки. Замерзни. Ваша живность немного застряла. Я ее порублю. Немножко порублю.
Yes. Very nice.
Где-то я видела еще цветочек. Видела цветочек. О, привет всем. Так. Крабики. Так. А можно что-нибудь интересное, а не мясо? Я тут не за мясом пришла. Так. О. Ага. Ладно, я все понял. Потом разберемся. Добрый вечер. Больше цветочков нигде нет, да? Пропали поле катается. Я тебя порежу. Режешься? Оно режется. Так, там что-то интересное есть. Левый, правый, шагает там, вышагивает. Левый, правый, левый, правый. Так,
Mind the deluge.
акробатка.
You may have over. Be still.
Мясо, 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 мясо.
Patience.
Sacred name, fortune preserve.
Так, пожалуйста, своими штуками кидайтесь в другую сторону. Тут пришла, в принципе, даже не за вами. Почему везде редиска это, блин? Ну, редиской, блин, кормится.
Yes. Very nice.
Хоть капуста выпала. Так, куда мне шагать надо? Туда. Так, а почему Так, я что-то вообще... А, нет, все нормально. Сказал, что я обратно иду. Угу. Угу. Так. С этими загадочными загадками мы попозже разберемся, хорошо? По-моему, сейчас придется разбираться с этими загадочными загадками.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although,
Absolutely.
you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man.
It's a 1-for-1. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of...
You stay right.
Спасибо огромное. Сейчас будет большая драка. Бабушка.
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Grandpa!
Так. Так, это что такое? Куда мы там попали?
Paimon's dizzy.
Что за новости? Привет.
This day's going just.
The sand dune. I saw an energy field. The village, it glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro arc.
Grandpa?
Hey, look around.
Did there used to be?
It seems that when the sand dune the symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure, it could have been an underground palace in the...
Oh, a miracle. Praise the...
What's he doing here? And his
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our
he's at...
As it happens, I want to take a look.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanel, 2 major deities are vying to showcase...
I thought you weren't interested.
Indeed. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do about?
I'll just let them lay here.
И меня. Боль, печаль моя.
My experiment will succeed.
Электричество нужно, но мне нет электрика нормального. Привет всем. Добрый день.
It's full of life here.
Я.
This defies comprehension.
Yeah. And there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rama.
Сагайс ко мне? Ну давай, Сагайс. Сагайс.
Huh?
Привет.
Me?
Привет.
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean?
Interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be...
А ты куда погнал? Гонщик. Так, шагаем. Что надо? надо. Где, как их повернуть там? Смотри, как бессмертно. Ну нормально, если они светятся, то нормально. Ой, да, я понял, я понял. Привет всем, добрый вечер. Тут ничего интересного не валяется, как обычно, сундуки, триллион всяких штук. Уи! Уи! Так, дорогой мой песочный король. Конечно.
Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test. Stand clear.
Паскуда. Зеленые. А ты что там спрятался? Думаешь, тебе все сойдет с рук, что ли? Алло. На, неси. Грибной суп готов. Так. Грибной суп. Грибной суп. Грибной суп захотел. И... Так, а вас что-то тут уже побольше.
Kamisато up. Suyu.
Очень много грибов будет супа, блин.
Cascade.
Добрый всем вечер. Тут нигде не надо прыгать, летать. Летать, прыгать. Вот это. А ну тебе. Играешь тут со мной. А можно другую стену открыть, типа?
Life goes on.
Мёртвый, мёртвый, волчий хвост. Так, а ты куда там залез? Грибочек. Так, грибочек. Не хотели бы вы слезть? Сверху там. Все дела. Оба, а ну-ка давай. Поговори с этим парнем. Приготовь из него жаркое. Так, а почему я обратно пошла наверх? Дыхание перебило. Опять грибочки. Я поняла. Не надо со мной драться. Я хорошая. Немножко побью, успокоюсь. Так. Ты что там от всех? От этого всех? Мне надо тебя побить, а ты там отделился как-то от всех. Сегодня проведенный в храме, наконец-то понял все уловки жрецов. Подъемок опускается на землю, чтобы попасть. Я ж ничего не поняла, что там с этим подъемником не так. Ну все, собирай. охранники решили больше не двигаться, да, я так поняла? Пустите меня куда-нибудь. Мэ. Там он еще получше меня вроде что-то есть, да? Так, тут мы... Давай еще раз прочитаем. Может, дойдет. Отпустится на землю, поднимитесь на его крышу. А, все, я дебил. А здесь есть? А как его поднять наверх-то теперь? Я же как-то должна его активировать, чтобы он поднялся типа на крышу меня. Активировать я могу только... Как мне его активировать? Я, походу, со стрелками надо было херакать. Как тебя заставить работать? Как тебя отпустить вниз? Вопрос, как туда залезть? Пошлите думать, искать. Ай, ёкаламане этот. ПРСТ. Так. Скажи мне еще раз. Подъемник отпустится на землю, поднимитесь на его крышу, когда он снова начнет подниматься, чтобы... Я не успел прочитать. Выставь на землю, поднимитесь на его крышу, когда он снова начнет подниматься, чтобы попасть под купол. Глупости вроде впереди запретная земля. Как я, блин, должна, ну, залезть, я на него залезу-то? Да, я тоже туда хочу, чувак. Но как мне его активировать? Кто-нибудь активируйте мне, пожалуйста, это. Да, погоди. Да. Мне нужен помощь, я не понимаю, как оно работает. Ну, короче, смотри. Мне надо попасть наверх. Сейчас я доеду. Я просто не понимаю, как нажать. Походу, надо было стрелочника какого-то брать. Ну, типа, я сейчас должна его... Вот, видишь, иду читать подсказку. Типа, Подъемник опустится на землю, поднимитесь на его крышу, когда он снова начнет подниматься, чтобы попасть под купол. Ну, типа, как-то залезть на него не получится, поэтому отпускаем его и залазим к нему на крышу, да? Потому что стены в этих не работают, по стенам нельзя лазить. В подземельях, короче. И все. А как мне, блядь, его поднять-то? Здесь кнопка не работает. Это я кинул ульту. А кнопка, короче, вот она, видишь, вот она. А, я дебил вообще, ладно, все, я просто... У меня немного логическое мышление, а это нелогическое. Я типа должна была там просто постоять еще раз, нажать, чтобы он стал подниматься. Я немножко дебил просто вот. Это вот мое. Кто дебил? Я дебил. Мое логическое мышление, и вообще не логическое. Вот странное. Так, ты зеленая. Так, а ты там себе водичку оставь, пожалуйста. У меня здесь своя. Фигачего парам. Хоба-бога. Гоба. Хоба. Гоба-хоба. Так, ты пока не работаешь, да? Так, почему они стали с нами крутиться? Угу, я понял. Так, як чи... А, ниже поехала, да?
Oh, now that's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Привет. Всем доброго вечера.
Everything's in place and they've taken the
Куда
bait.
там вообще ехаю?
Yes. Now to start reeling them.
Всё, выкинул меня. Интересно, ну пошлите. Так.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it It looks like there's something among...
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest, cause his wisdom is a miracle among the people.
You can read ancient Scarlet Kings?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages.
He's not serious.
There's still something off about this place. The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the acad...
Yes. However, you'll understand after watching it.
Показывай нам. Привет.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
Красиво, красиво.
The priest's memories.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But this doesn't...
Was that the former Dendro...
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest.
I've never heard about it. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. The Scarlet King's death. The all but total annihilation of our civil... We saw her as nothing more than a traitor. Who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known.
Raman, give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool.
My Eremites and I.
Hey, how you...
I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. But please, give me some time.
It's not gonna be.
Well, I guess that's for me to do.
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow. And I'll return every last one of your mad...
You seem to
Ты
finally
куда
understand.
погнал?
Yes.
А ты куда погнал?
That must have
Забыл?
been rough. But he seemed...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held
Ну, где
back by his
папу
belief in the
потаскай, пусть с
Scarlet
тобой
King.
походит.
The outcome.
We should get going too. Let's...
Что ты узел?
I know, we're leaving!
Stop you.
Ramon,
Everything's been arranged. Someone...
I guess all I can say now.
Ah, don't mention it. But we share a...
Where are the...
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over the desert trying to find...
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they...
You should have known that
Wait, we were just following. No, not sign.
I could do.
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
So, you're
They...
don't play. They extract divine.
Well, you better start...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh.
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. It may seem as the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. The doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But he asked them.
This is what the arrogant...
First, the Academia's. After that, with the doctor's help, and the Akkad next.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the...
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can...
You must have noticed. It is as if they are cursed with it. Some organism. This is...
Then what does less... Is she not a true...
From the beginning, when the Academia, they found that at the time, not to mention, slowly but surely.
So...
All right, let's... Ramon, give...
Sure.
The village keepers you found.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Всем привет, привет.
I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, pun...
Do you have any plans, traveler?
God's above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still.
Привет! Всем привет! Всем хорошего, доброго вечера. Хорошего вечера. И хорошего, и доброго. Вот. Огромное спасибо. Три я уже прочитала своим слепым глазом, блин.
What a whirlwind of a story.
It seems like the.
Still, now
It's time to make.
Indeed.
so
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That.
Well, let's.
the next time we gather here, we
Yep, it'll work.
Мы сделали заданьканье. Так, копим миллион камней на следующие баннеры. 1 000 000 камней. А, нету получить еще, блин. Да? Всё. 1 000 000 камней. Я, кстати, раз покрутила, и мне ничего не выпало. Привет. Чего не хотела мне выпасть. Ну-ка посмотрим. Кто из конца нужен вообще? Хам. Мне нужны синие крутилки. Еще я качаю всех, потому что я хочу. Синие крутилки себе. Так, Тома. А у тебя, по-моему, мне нечем тебя возвышать, а нет, все есть. Мне нужна. Дальше пойдем собирать. Так, задание мы одно сделали. Еще 1 000 000 других заданий есть. Так, давай-ка тебя сюда. Дети леса. Что поделаем? Добрый вечер. Так. Ты наверху где-то или внизу стоишь, чувак? Так, ты внизу. Пух. Пух. А расскажи мне о моей репутации, чувачелла. Уровень С, репутация 2. Так. Так, что-то у меня там... Будет использовать. Пух. Так, что мне надо? Так, что такое? Ладно. То, что я хотела. Юх. Минуточек еще у меня есть. О, фруктики. Поньк. Шеньк. Так, не знаю, что тебе надо. Где ты, зелень моя
Everything's
зеленая?
ready. Let's go.
Пошли там. Так. Так. Привет. Так, не надо. Вот это. Так, это ты. Бонифаций, блин. Привет. Доброго вечера. Интернет, блин, работай. Чувак. Не подводи меня. Играется тут, блин. Привет. Так, что нам надо? Вижу цветочек. Можно я цветочек сначала возьму, а потом уже буду искать этот отряд? Так, отряд. В любом случае нужен этот цветок. А ну... Я убегу от вас. И догоните. Ой, а тут другие есть. Ну ладно. Цветочек. Знаешь, мы эту женщину сможем повысить, да? Женщину сможем. Так, это нормально, сейчас подеремся. Там цветочек есть, вижу. Так, я знаю, ты у меня будешь там у электрички. Ты там постой, чувак, сейчас я тут все соберу и приду за тобой. Они наконечники дают, масок ни хера нет.
Oh, so you collect these?
Бери цветочек. Так, там цветочков нет, да? Так, червяки какие-то еще.
Be still. Cascade.
Вы внизу? Вы внизу. Давай откроем как раз и пойдем еще вниз. Привет. Доброго вечера. Теперь я могу сюда телепыхаться. Телепыхаться могу. Что-то ниже есть. Уи! Так. Погоди, чувак, я сгоняю сейчас за этим. За кристалликом. А, у меня... Так, что там осталось сейчас? Скоро будет кейсики, я пойду. Кейсики, я пойду. А что мне там с ним поболтать надо? Поговоришь со мной? Один. Ту. Спасибо. Здравствуйте. Доброго времени суток вам. Поздравляю. Всем большое спасибо. Сейчас задание докладываю. До завтра. Всем хорошего.